What it do, YouTube? MJ for Life here, back again, bringing you another 6th Gen Wi-Fi battle. This is against Seb from GameFAQs, so let's get into it. Not GameFAQs, Smogan, sorry. It's a lot easier to get battle on Smogan than it is on GameFAQs and other sites. But anyway, so he's going to lead off with his Volcarona. I kind of thought he was going to lead off with Volcarona, well, since he didn't have a Rapid Spinner, but I let off a Ferrothorn just in case he didn't, because I do have a safe switch into Volcarona, which is my Goodra. Now, he went for the Quiver Dance here, and I know that he's probably going to go for a secondary Quiver Dance, not fearing anything that Goodra has to offer, but I do have the Dragon Tail, so I'm just going to whip him out of there with my tail. Luckily, don't get the Flame Body hack, so that threat's gone. Now he goes out into his Rotom, and he's going to opt to Thunder Wave me. Now, I was trying to get off some decent damage with the Dragon Pulse, but unfortunately, I get paralyzed right away, which is kind of frustrating, and so now he's going to Volt Switch out, and actually knowing his moveset now, I'm pretty sure there was another move that he probably should have gone for. Now, of course, I'm going to get the Dragon Pulse off now, and it's not going to do anything, but luckily, I mean, damage is damage, and his Aegis does not have leftovers, so he's going to switch into his Aegis. Take the Dragon Pulse, says, I'm just going to switch into my Aegis counter, which is Gliscor. Now here, I went for the Taunt. If I had gone for the Earthquake, I'm pretty sure I would have been able to take down this Aegis, or at least lower it really low, but I went for the Taunt, kind of expecting him to go for the King Shield, because for some reason, people always King Shield on Gliscor's Earthquake, thinking that it's a tackle job, but it doesn't happen. So here, I'm going to predict his switch into Rotom, go for the Toxic, but I freaking miss, and that did now, I mean, I had the momentum in the game up until this point, so now, at this point, now the momentum shifts to his side, but fortunately, I was hoping that he didn't predict my switch into Ferrothorn and go for Volt Switch, which he didn't, so now I'm able to get the rocks up to basically, neuter the Volcarona as long as it doesn't have the Roost, so that's really good as he's going to go into it right now, obviously predicting my Stealth Rocks, but again, I have a safe switch into the Volcarona, which is my Goodra. Now here he goes straight for the Fire Blast, maybe either predicting me to stay in or just wanted to get some damage on my Goodra. Just in case. So now he's going to switch out here, as he's going to go into his Aegis. I went for the Dragon Tail, just trying to shuffle his team around, but of course I miss another 90% accurate move. But it doesn't matter because I do have a counter to the Aegis, which is going to be the Gliscor, so I can just switch that in. And I'm going to take that Shadow Sneak, does absolutely nothing. So now I'm going to double switch here. Now I knew that he knew my entire moveset, so I thought that he would switch into his Gengar, so that's why I went into my Pinsir to be able to 2-hit KO that with Return and Quick Attack respectively after Mega Evolving. But instead he goes into his Rotom. I mean, I'm not sure why he went to Rotom, and now he reveals that he has Will-O-Wisp. Now if I were him, I would have Will-O-Wisped my Goodra instead of Thunder Waving it, but I guess he wanted to paralyze it instead. But now he Will-O-Wisps my Pinsir. I wanted to go for the Return just to get some damage, but unfortunately it burns me, and Pinsir is pretty much useless at this point except for Death Fodder. So I'm going to go into my Florges, and once again he still has the momentum, able to just Volt Switch out of there. That miss on Toxic really hurt me because I could have been wearing that Rotom down this entire time. Since I know his entire moveset is Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, Thunder Wave, and Will-O-Wisp. That's the other move. Okay, so now he switches into his T-Tar, getting up the sand, and I don't want to take a Stone Edge. It's most likely coming, so I'm going to go into my Gliscor, as he does go for the Stone Edge. Does a lot of damage because, you know, the level 50 mechanics. So I'm going to go for Toxic again, expecting him to switch into his Rotom, but he's going to stay in, probably predicting my Toxic and going to go for another Stone Edge, which is actually a really good play on his part because he saw how much damage it does. He's not going to be able to take me out, as now he's going to predict my Protect and take this opportunity to switch into his Rotom for free. Really good play, and I need to get the momentum back because, again, once I miss that Toxic, the momentum shifts to his side. So what I'm going to do here is protect again, because one, I want to get my Gliscor up to a decent amount of HP so I can take on his physical attackers, and two, I know that he's going to go for the Volt Switch here, expecting me to switch into Ferrothorn. Now that I saw he went for Hydro Pump, and because of that, I'm going to go for the Toxic, stay in, go for the Toxic, and he does predict me to go switching, so he goes for the Volt Switch, and now I'm able to switch the momentum back to my side, because now that I've gotten poisoned his Rotom and I can wear it down, I'm in complete control. Also, my Gliscor got another turn of Poison Heal, so it's back into a decent amount of HP, so I can take on his H-Slash, his Garchomp, and his T-Tar. Now I switch into Ferrothorn here. He misses the Hydro Pump. Another probably just justice for me missing the Toxic and the Dragon Tail earlier. So now he's going to Volt Switch out. I'm just going to go for Leech Seed because it's going to hurt all of his Pokemon. If he switches into Volcarona, it's going to die after Stealth Rocks and Leech Seed. But he switches into his Gengar, which is perfect for me because I get some Stealth Rock damage on it, and I get some Leech Seed recovery on my Ferrothorn as well. So now I'm just going to switch into Goodra. As you've all seen my videos by now, you know Goodra can take on Gengar one-on-one, no problem. Especially since he paralyzed me, so I don't have to worry about Sludge Bomb poisoning me and him, a 4-hit KO turning into a 3-hit KO. So all that just works out. He goes for Focus Blast and misses, and you all know that wouldn't have done anything, especially after the lead seed recovery that I'm going to get, plus being max special defense, plus assault vest. So that miss didn't even matter. So now I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse. Just barely failed to take it out, and the lead seed also barely fails to take it out. And he goes for Shadow Ball here. Not really sure why he didn't just go for Sludge Bomb. I mean, I honestly didn't really matter, but I'm just surprised he didn't go for Sludge Bomb. He makes another strange attack choice later on. So now he's going to go into his Aegis Slash and double switch into his Rotom, predicting me to switch into my Gliscor. Now this looks like a good play initially, but it's actually really not that great of a play because honestly, all he did was rack up an extra turn of poison damage and stealth rock damage on his Rotom, and all I had to do was protect to get another turn of poison damage on his Rotom. And I know that this time he's gonna go for the secondary Hydro Pump because Gliscor basically takes on the bulk of his team. Now that his Gengar's down, his Volcarona is going to be weakened after the Stealth Rocks, and his Rotom's on a timer because of the Toxic. Now he has to go for Hydro Pump. He misses there, but again, it doesn't matter. I'm Florges, so that Hydro Pump wouldn't have done anything. So and now there's another turn of poison damage here. Now here I should have protected, but I half expected him to just hard switch since he can't do anything. But that was kind of stupid now that I think about it because he does have Volt Switch, so why would he need to do that if anything? But he opts to paralyze me anyway, and I went for the Wish there just in case he wanted to switch into Aegis Slash. I could just switch into my Gliscor and get the Wish past that. But now that he's almost dead, I'm going to protect to make sure that he can't Volt Switch out because this Rotom is probably the most annoying Pokemon on his team. It's not necessarily a threat, then it's just annoying my team in general. But now that it's dead, I mean, the game is pretty much mine at this point. Honestly, the only other thing I'm scared about is this Garchomp, and he brought it in, and the way he brought it in, I was really afraid that it would be a substituter, and he would try to take advantage of the fact that I'm paralyzed. But nope, he just goes straight for the Stone Edge, and that does a lot of damage. And the fact that I'm a bold Floor just kind of tells me that it's banded because we all saw how much damage Salamance's Earthquake did. It wasn't even a 2-hit KO, so that's got to be a banded Garchomp. Looking at the damage and the fact that I'm bold tells me that it's banded. So he's going to switch out, and the fact that he switched out kind of also reveals that he might be banded because he could have just gone for an Earthquake there. And I'm going to lead seed, or he could have just wanted to switch in his Aegis Slash to take on my Ferrothorn better. But now with the lead seed support and Poison Heal for Gliscor, this Pokemon's not going to be doing anything. And here's what I was talking about here. Now he's going to go for the King Shield on the next turn. And I really don't know why. There's really no point. A lot of people will King Shield against Gliscor, and I don't understand that because Earthquake doesn't make contact, so it doesn't do anything. I guess it PP stalls, and all he really did was just waste a turn, get an extra turn of Leech Seed damage on his Aegis Slash. This Shadow Sneak isn't going to do anything whatsoever. Poison Heal is pretty much going to make it do like, 6 damage, 7 damage, something like that. So I'm going to finally take out his Aegis Slash with an Earthquake, and all he has left is Volcarona, T-Tar, and Garchomp, which 2 of those Pokemon Gliscor can take one-on-one pretty easily, as he's going to go into his Volcarona, and I was just hoping that he didn't have Roost, so I'm just going to go into my Pinsir as Death Fodder, and he shows me Psychic. Now, I initially thought that this was weird, but now that I think about it, after I thought further about it, Volcarona Stab combination of Fire and Bug is resisted. Both of those are resisted by Dragalge, which is would be weak to Psychic, so that's why he has Psychic to deal with Dragalge. And right now you don't have to worry about Heatran because there's no possible way to get it. So I guess that Psychic actually does make a lot of sense on the set. So now here I'm just going to Mega Evolve and go for a Quick Attack. Now look how much a burned Quick Attack did to Garchomp. Mega Pinsir is a beast, guys. That did a lot of damage considering the fact that I'm burned and it's unboosted. The only thing's boosted by a stab, so he's gonna go Outrage. I get some Iron Barbs damage and Rocky Helmet damage onto his Garchomp, and unfortunately for him, he did get the 3-turn Outrage. Although at this point, it didn't matter. Once his Volcarona went down, the game's just straight up over. So he's gonna Outrage me again. I just barely lived that. He actually gets a critical hit there, gets some more extra Iron Barbs damage, and now he's going to get. And I'm going to just take him out with the Gyro Ball. So all that's left is his Poisoned Tyranitar. With actually has a good amount of health left, but I mean there's not much that he's going to be able to do. So I'm just going to he's going to actually crunch me here, which that was not a good play. He does have Earthquake, so he should have Earthquake there because he just got Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet damage on his T-Tar plus Poison. We find out right here that he actually has the Earthquake, so he really should have went for that. But I don't know why he Earthquaked my Aegis Slash. He should have went for Crunch there. I don't know why he didn't do that. Maybe he forgot that Steel doesn't resist Dark, but no, he can't have forgotten that because he just crunched my what's the thing? Ferrothorn. So anyway, I take him out with a crit Iron Head that didn't even matter, and that's gonna do it for the video. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. I'm out of here. Deuces.